Hello, I'm John. So I just finished my first term at university and I decided to start a video diary to document my university life and capture my university self. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm John, I'm 19, I'm from England, and I'm studying computer science, and this is starting to sound like a game show. So I'll start by telling the story of my first day. So in the months leading up to starting university, my excitement levels went up and up and up, until about a month beforehand when they plummeted down. So by the time it got to the first day, I was kind of dreading it. So I woke up and we got the car packed and that was all fine. We got in the car, and in the car, in the radio, there was a story about other students starting university and all how students had arrived at university and called their parents and, oh, I can't do it, and I was like, that's not going to happen to me. So then we got there, we arrived, we explored the city a bit, we got my room key, we looked at the kitchens, and all the time my sense of dread was slowly rising. So the thing about my building is that there's 90 people in it, and the thing about me is that I hate strangers. And I can handle like meeting one stranger or just like two strangers, but there are 90 of them, so I was way out of my depth. So there was a bit of mingling before everyone settled in, during which time I spoke to no one, and then it came time for my parents to leave. All the anxiety that had been building up for the last month exploded in a fit of tears and sobbing, and I told my parents that they couldn't leave without taking me with them, and I didn't want to stay, and it was awful, and no, 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 no. They just told me to stop being ridiculous and left, which in hindsight was obviously right, but my worldview had been destroyed. So I just spent the next 36 hours alternately sobbing maniacally and having nightmares about my depressing, bleak future. I got over it pretty quickly, and I'm obviously glad I stayed now, but at the time it felt like a Dementor had stolen all my future happiness. So I remained in hermit mode for basically the rest of Freshers Week until my classes started and I actually started making some friends, but I still don't know anyone in my building. As traumatic as my experience was, I think it's probably pretty typical. So I guess the morals of the story are, it gets better, and man up, wimp. So I'm obviously completely new at this vlogging business, so any constructive criticism and feedback would be really useful. And if you really feel like boosting my ego, you could subscribe. Bye!